Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Teammates Mentoring. Join the team. Be a mentor. Go to teammates.org today. And by Faith Regional Health Services. When you need exemplary care, have faith.
Wins are hard to come by in the Mid-State Girls Basketball Conference. It can be very easy to fall to the middle of the pack, and that's why tonight's contest might be a little extra spirited between conference rivals. Hello, everyone. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay, live tonight from Battle Creek as we get set for high school basketball action between Battle Creek and Norfolk Catholic. Girls are up first, Lou. Both these teams hovering around 500, but both showing signs of improvement. A very interesting matchup here in western Madison County this evening.
Yeah, this could be a springboard. You were talking just a minute ago about trying to avoid that middle of the pack, trying to rise up. I think this will be an important game for both teams. Defense is going to be the calling card. Last ball game, Norfolk Catholic beat Archangels Catholic by 18 and held them to 23 points. And Battle Creek had a heartbreaker, lost to a pretty good Crofton team, held Crofton to 27 points. So I think defense is where whoever wins this game is going to get it done.
Two very good defensive players we will highlight after the break. Stay with us. You're watching high school basketball on News Channel Nebraska.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Welcome back to News Channel Nebraska. Our Nebraska Public Power District matchup tonight. Battle Creek against Norfolk Catholic. NPPD always there when you need them. Norfolk Catholic comes into tonight 6-5, but after an impressive win over Archangels Catholic on Tuesday. And they have one of the best two-way players in the entire state of Nebraska in their class in Sidonia Wadier.
Yeah, she averages a double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds, throw 2.5 steals a game in there. We talked about defense. That might be where she's really going to excel tonight. Not only on the defensive end, but getting steals and getting into transition game. Where a point's going to come from, I think certainly Norfolk Catholic's going to rely heavily on Sidonia Water here tonight.
Meanwhile, Battle Creek coming in 5-6. They came within an eyelash of beating Crofton last night. Not a lot of stats that jump out at you. They've got a lot of girls that do a lot of things well. That's kind of the calling card of Carly Freudenberg.
Yeah, you're right. About 7.5 points a game, about 5.5 rebounds. So a productive player. I think in a game like tonight, you want a player like Freudenberg to maybe be a little selfish at times, look for her shot, be aggressive, take the ball to the basket, get to the free throw line, things like that. But much like Wadier, Freudenberg's a player that Battle Creek's going to go to when the game gets tough.
We've got much more to come. Stay with us. Starting lineups, all the action coming up. You're watching Battle Creek against Norfolk Catholic on News Channel Nebraska.
We're here at Faith Regional, and if Spanish is your first language instead of English, you can still receive physical therapy. There's a physical therapist that can work directly with you. Let's meet him. I'm joined now by Tony Garcia, a physical therapist at Faith Regional Health Services. Tony, you're bilingual, speaking English and Spanish, so you handle a lot of patients where English isn't their first language.
The biggest thing is I start with the introduction, getting to know the patient. I don't always just assume that they're not English speaking. Once I've made that connection with them, it typically puts them at ease as they're able to communicate with me in a stress-free environment.
If you weren't here to be a one-on-one care provider speaking Spanish, what would the other options be?
The typical process is we would use a translating service either in person or over an iPad. The biggest thing with that is it does take longer as we have to communicate with the translator and then have them repeat the message to the patient versus myself. I'm able to just cut out the middleman and just speak to them directly.
Does that help establish a more direct connection between the patients and the provider when you're speaking their native tongue?
Yes. The biggest thing is it does put them at ease. One of the biggest things I've noticed since I've been here is we are able to service those patients more. To my knowledge, we have increased the amount of patients that we've had from the Spanish community compared to what it was before. But it does help to have that direct access. So most of the primary care providers as well as the surgeons here in town know that I'm Spanish speaking, so I typically get referred those patients.
Families often do an excellent job communicating and using children even as a translator, but sometimes, especially when dealing with healthcare, it's best that a professional's doing that.
I agree. Anything that would be beyond the capability of the child would make it difficult for the patient to understand.
How important is that from a healthcare provider perspective to increase the trust of a minority community in the healthcare system?
Well, it helps to provide trust. The look on their face completely changes when I start communicating in Spanish versus speaking in English. They all seem to respond to that very well.
Well, Tony, thanks so much for sharing your expertise.
Thank you.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond does it all when it comes to general contracting. From agricultural storage buildings to commercial office buildings, retail warehouses to concrete contracting. The HEI Sentinel buildings help safeguard crops and valuable assets, and Ashoff's professional builders handle the job from the design through the completion of the build. For a free estimate, contact Dylan Bryce, Scott Pullman, or Brandon Ruki. Call 402-748-3551 today. Visit AshoffConstruction.com for more information.
The pregame show is sponsored by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports.
Back at Battle Creek, getting set for Mid-State Conference basketball action between the Battle Creek Bravettes and the Knights of Norfolk Catholic alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. Let's talk school spotlight in tonight's contest. Norfolk Catholic coming into this one with a record of 6-5. Coach Tim Kazmaier in his 33rd year as head coach, 420 wins all time for the Knights, who made their last appearance at state 11 years ago in 2015. Meanwhile, Battle Creek coming into tonight 5-6 for Coach Kobe Lade in his 5th year at the helm of the Bravettes. 5 state titles all time at Battle Creek, last coming in 1990. They have made 8 appearances in the title game overall, most recently in 1996. They made 18 appearances at state in 24 years between 1978 and 2001, but have made none since. And Lou, we talk about that with Battle Creek a lot. They were real close last year, had a great year, lost in the district final to Bridgeport, kind of rebuilding with some new faces in there. And I'll tell you what, they came within an eyelash. They had 3 opportunities in the final half minute of that game last night to defeat Crofton on the road, something they've not done in a long time. This is a team that we saw them very early in the year. This is a team that really appears to be much improved from where they were at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I agree with you. Beating Crofton on the road is not something anybody's done for a long, long time. But you're right. I think Battle Creek's playing with a lot more confidence, and we talked about it. I think it's been on the defensive end where they've excelled, and to hold Crofton to 27 points and giving yourself a chance to win. The only thing about that loss, you had chances to win. You had some shots at the end that didn't fall. How much would that have boosted them confidence-wise to go on the road and beat a team like Crofton? But certainly a game like tonight can get that confidence going in the right direction if it's not already there.
Meanwhile, Norfolk Catholic coming into tonight off of a huge lift. A 41-23 win over Archangels Catholic held them to just 18% shooting from the field. Starting lineups coming up next. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
When you have the inventory people want and a team that understands what you need, there's one place to go. Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill. Name brand ATVs, side-by-sides, and high-performance machines built for work, made for play. And the service doesn't stop at the sale. Big Red Motorsports delivers, literally. Free delivery with your purchase. It's all here in O'Neill. Big Red Motorsports.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. And by Heritage at Fountain Point in Norfolk. Living better. NCN Sports is brought to you by The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Let's talk starting lineups brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. Norfolk Catholic, we talked about Sidonia Wadier. She had 17 and 13 in their victory over Archangels Catholic. Getting more production from other players. Hayden Brummer, 6 points, just shy of 5 rebounds a game. She had 5 points and 4 rebounds in that win over Archangels. Meanwhile, Battle Creek 5 and 6 on the year. They've got a lineup that is honestly pretty balanced. We talked about Freudenberg. Jaden Smutney actually leads the team in scoring at 7.7 points per game. 4 of these starting 5 average at least 6 points per game, including McKaylee Holacek and Kinley Worley as well. Freudenberg, one thing to keep an eye on, she's their best outside shooter. They'll want her to heat up from deep tonight. Opening tip next. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
From saving money to spending on the go, depositing a check while dinner's on the stove, or managing the farm right from the field. Life's busy enough. That's why Elkhorn Valley Bank makes banking easy. With digital banking and teller on demand, quick access for everyday banking with real tellers when you need them. We make it simple to handle life's moments, big and small. It's banking that works the way you do, because your time matters. Elkhorn Valley Bank. There is a difference.
Whether you're rolling up in a semi, pulling a horse trailer, heading to the lake with your boat, or just cruising in a car or motorcycle, Speedy Mart is your stop. Fuel up fast, grab your favorite snacks, stretch out with plenty of parking, and step inside for a roomy store and friendly faces. And hey, teams love it before and after the game. Speedy Mart convenience stores, fueled for every road.
At TC Amish Home, we want to help you live better, longer, with a complete selection of health-focused power chairs.
Nebraska Public Power District was ready to power the state's ag industry growth in the 70s and the ethanol industry in the 2000s. Today, the need for energy is growing at a rapid pace. We are ready. We are expanding our diverse energy generation mix and building on to an already reliable and resilient infrastructure, not only to power today, but to empower Nebraska's tomorrow. Nebraska Public Power District.
Back at the Battle Creek Gym, getting set for our opening tip. Between Battle Creek and Norfolk Catholic, two teams' first meeting this season. Their last meeting came just about exactly 1 year ago, January 10th of last year. Battle Creek won it 53-32. Norfolk Catholic only shot 23% from the field that night. Sidonia Wadier had 17 and 8 for Norfolk Catholic. The difference, though, Battle Creek's top 4 scorers in that game last year, all in college now. Norfolk Catholic wins the opening tip, and we are underway on a Friday night. Glad you could join us here on News Channel Nebraska and online at newschannelnebraska.com. Turnover right away, unforced error.
Well, I was just about to say Norfolk Catholic. I was able to watch them play Winnebago. I did a game earlier where they played Stanton. They didn't look very good handling the basketball. Much better against Winnebago. Early turnover notwithstanding.
There's Britley Rogge, bounce pass, left side. Worley looking inside, nothing there. Now it's up top, McKaylee Holacek. Tries to reverse, loses her footing. Loose ball picked up by Norfolk Catholic. In transition, it's Wadier, splits 2 defenders, lost her handle on the way up. Out of bounds, it goes to Battle Creek.
Well, certainly, turnovers will be a factor in this ball game. Wadier just never really had, looked like didn't have good control of that ball. There was some contact there, certainly could have been a foul.
So Battle Creek will try to strike first in this Mid-State Conference rivalry matchup. Nothing to the bucket, so back up top. Battle Creek passes on the cutter. Instead, it's right side Freudenberg. Straightaway triple try. Too strong, and the rebound fought for battle underneath. Wadier comes out with it. That's the kind of effort that gets you 10 rebounds a game.
Exactly. Go to the floor and get that loose ball rebound.
Now Norfolk Catholic, there you see the ball handling woes. As it's loose underneath, tied up, possession arrow will give it back to Battle Creek. And Battle Creek is a team that can force turnovers defensively. You don't want to give them much help, as Norfolk Catholic has on a couple of possessions tonight.
There's a tough pass right around Brummer's feet. Difficult to handle that pass.
Off the press break, mid-range jumper. Too much on it. Wadier the rebound. Norfolk Catholic coming off of what's got to feel like a signature win for them this year. Trying to put it together, a big win over Archangels Catholic.
A different class, but that's a good program they beat. They beat them by 18.
Left side, pull-up jumper, no. Wadier had the rebound, took it away. Freudenberg there for it. And back comes Battle Creek. Off the spin, the swat. Rejected the block by Mallory Wolf. Battle Creek keeps it. Baseline drive, cut off and a travel. And it'll go back to Norfolk Catholic. And you see both of these teams hanging their hats on defense early on.
Yeah, both teams difficult to score on, and quite frankly, both teams have their issues on offense at times. You know, we mentioned a team like Battle Creek, a lot of players averaging about the same amount of points. That's a double-edged sword. Sometimes you need a player that's going to be assertive when the ball's not going through the hoop.
Runner off the rim, no good. Back comes Battle Creek. To the rack. Foul called, and heading to the line for the first time will be Jaden Smutney. In our first quarter, brought to you by Yankton Medical Clinic Norfolk. Building a legacy one patient at a time, one generation at a time. From family practice to expert specialists, they're here for you today and every day. Foul called on Grace Cush, her first.
The drive into contact there. Cush gets the bump and the foul call on her. Smutney actually the leading scorer for Battle Creek by a 1/10 of a point.
Splits the pair. Free throw shooting could be a big issue, or could be a big factor tonight. Battle Creek 57% on the year as a team. Norfolk Catholic 56%. As the Bravettes with the early advantage. Right side, double team right block. Across the lane, tough shot, but heading to the line is Wolf. That'll be Holacek's first.
Yeah, I guess that 2-3 zone, Battle Creek playing that zone. You've got to handle the basketball well and move it around that zone, and then you certainly want to try to attack inside against the zone. It's something we talked about in the broadcast last night. It's not always just shooting out of the zone, but it's getting the ball inside and being physical against the zone a lot of times that will make your offense more effective.
Saw a replay there brought to you by Madison County Bank. Here to help you grow, also by Mead Lumber, making you feel at home from design to finish. Wolf can't hit either of them. It goes out of bounds and will stay with Norfolk Catholic, say the officials. Knights catch a break there. Can they take advantage? Gone almost 3 minutes without a field goal. Two very good defensive teams. Mid-range jumper, no. Offensive rebound, put back, yes. That's Hayden Brummer with the first field goal of the night.
Well, Hayden Brummer is already my favorite player. Follow your shot, young players. That's a great job. You knew that one was not going in. Follow your shot, got the offensive rebound and the putback. Great job.
Brummer, a senior. Give it go, tipped out. Last touch by Battle Creek. It'll go back to Norfolk Catholic. Like Battle Creek will be going to the bench for the first time. Both of these teams fairly deep. Allie Korth, Ryder Worley, McKenna Hughes all checking into the game. Korth and Worley both average 4 points per game. Between the three who just checked in, it's about 10 points per game for Coach Kobe Lade. That's good bench production.
Yeah, you like that off the bench, some production, and say that all the time. A good bench isn't just giving your starters some rest. It's being productive when you're on the floor.
Ryder Worley, a good shooter off the bench as well, 30% from three. Norfolk Catholic trying to work against this 2-3 zone. Wolf, inside Wadier. Makes her move, draws a double team, can't get it to go. Rebound out to Freudenberg. Battle Creek not wanting anything easy out of Wadier. Drive and dish. Polacek thought three, instead spins. Drives, short arms it, rebound to Kush. Halfway home first quarter, only 3 total points. But honestly, this is kind of what I think we would have expected out of this game tonight.
Yep, absolutely.
This one's going to be in the mud a little bit. Wadier off the window. Her first bucket tonight.
I like the fact that Wadier, she had a couple drives and thought probably should have had foul calls, or at least she thought so, but continue to be aggressive and patrol the middle of that zone and make things happen inside.
5'10" senior. Going to be playing volleyball in college, heading to Northern State. If you get a volleyball scholarship in the Northern Sun Conference, you're pretty good. Angle screen kicked right side. Now off the ball reversal, shot clock going concern. Making her move, rolling it home. Good soft touch. Holacek in traffic.
Yeah, good job to turn and use the offhand there to get that shot to fall.
Now back for Norfolk Catholic. Here's Brummer. Tipped, stolen. Back comes Allie Korth in transition off the window. Boy, Allie Korth is a player that you talk about improvement, I think, from the beginning of the year to now off the bench. Her game has really grown.
And of course, definitely a player to watch here in the future for Battle Creek.
That shot might have altered, if not blocked, and then a foul called over the back on the rebound attempt on Brummer.
The play we just saw, it's going to be, I think that will decide the game tonight with, it's not just the number of turnovers, what you do with those turnovers. Can you turn turnovers into points? Brummer there inside.
Shot blocked by Brittany Raggi. Norfolk Catholic going to the bench for the first time tonight. Ava Wemhoff checking in the game, just shy of 6 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals a game off the bench. Good strong drive from the right side. Battle Creek extends their lead. That's Ryder Worley's first bucket.
A great job by Worley to ball fake and kind of caught Norfolk Catholic defensively flat-footed and just blew past them.
A 5'8" freshman making a play. Norfolk Catholic looking inside, nothing developing, wanting three, too strong, rebound Wadier up with it, and good off the window. That right there, a microcosm of Sedonia Wadier's game.
Now, Battle Creek's going to win. You got to put a body on Wadier. She's going to be very aggressive and try to get those offensive rebounds. If she's able to be successful on that, it could be a long night.
Worley kicks up top, two-man game, open three, no. Rebound to Madison Gordon. Freudenberg has yet to score for Battle Creek. Now the Knights Gordon giving right side Wemhoff. Surveys, finds Wolf. Battle Creek slumping back a bit in that 2-3 zone. Now they collapse and get the steal. Out with it, Korth. With the wrist taped.
I think that was the game plan, was to force Catholic to shoot over the zone.
Back tap, ball still loose. Wolf has it. Freudenberg struggling a bit. 0 for 3 from the field to start the game. Bounce pass, telegraphed, stolen. McKenna Hughes from the left side. Battle Creek up 3.
Excellent job by Hughes, not only to get in the passing lane to steal it, but immediately look up floor and beat Norfolk Catholic down for an easy bucket.
Wadier works the dribble on Korth, left side. Now swung into the corner. Good ball movement, tipped out. This will stay with Norfolk Catholic. We see more bench players checking in. Tinley Worley back in for Battle Creek. Grace Cush back in for Norfolk Catholic. Kennedy Clausen into the game for the first time. 5'8" junior for Coach Kazmaier.
I was so excited about Hayden Brummer following her shot earlier because I always followed my shot, but because I rarely made them. So I figured I had a chance for a rebound whenever I shot.
You know, look, it's easy to follow your shot when you know what's going to happen as soon as you let go of it, right?
Yeah, it's such a lost art in the game today, and really good players are able to do that.
We're going to have to readjust the shot clock. As you see Coach Kazmaier, 33 years at the helm of this program, won a state title in 2008.
I think it's great that he started when he was 12. That's a neat thing, you know.
Yeah, he does not look like a guy who's been coaching for 33 years.
Maybe his hair, but other than that.
Swung right side off the inbound. Shot clock down to 10. Boy, just swarming defense from the Bravettes so far. Down to 3. Knight's got to force one. From 3, missed everything. It'll be Battle Creek ball. This 2-3 zone giving Norfolk Catholic fits so far.
Yeah, and it's been active, and that's what you want out of the 2-3 zone. You don't want a lazy 2-3 zone, and what they're trying to do is to make Norfolk Catholic shoot over the top and take away the paint touches, which hurt them a couple of times early.
Shot clock off for Battle Creek. Try to extend their lead into the first quarter. Worley backing in, tough shot off the window. Well done by the freshman, Ryder Worley with 4.
Yeah, that's an excellent move there in the low post.
From the volleyball line to beat the buzzer just short. And Battle Creek will have the lead as we end the first quarter. 11-6. Battle Creek in what will no doubt be a defensive struggle throughout. Battle Creek turning defense into offense, and they lead by 5. Second quarter next. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
In our community, we work hard and stay on the move. But when foot or ankle pain stops you in your tracks, it's time for expert care you can count on. At Faith Regional Foot and Ankle, our team includes 4 dedicated providers who provide care for all ages, because healthy feet and ankles are essential at every stage of life. From everyday issues like bunions or heel pain to the most complex conditions, including total ankle replacements and Charcot-neuroarthropathy, we provide advanced treatments and compassionate care. Our experts are here to help you heal, regain strength, and get back to doing what you love, one confident step at a time. Don't tiptoe around foot health. Step forward with Faith Regional Foot and Ankle.
11-6, Battle Creek, and Coach Kobe Lade with the lead after 1 on our scoreboard. Brought to you by Faith Regional Physician Services. When hard work hits you hard, have faith.
Kobe Lade, speaking of guys who've been around a long time.
I was looking, I had to double check, already his 5th year.
I know, that's
crazy.
crazy.
Like just yesterday he was an all-state caliber wide receiver for Battle Creek.
We were doing games that he played in this gym.
Yeah, absolutely. He was a fantastic basketball player, too. Took them, was their point guard the last time Battle Creek boys made it to state. Entry pass, down low, out of bounds. Last touch by Norfolk Catholic. 6 turnovers by Norfolk Catholic in the early going, matching how many points. And again, just that activity defensively for Battle Creek.
That's perplexing Norfolk Catholic right now. They're going to have to try to figure that out. And right now, I think the difference is not only the turnovers, but the points off turnovers for Battle Creek.
Here's Holacek. She's been busy early, wide open. Worley wants 3, in and out. Offensive rebound. Swung up top. Now Kinley Worley drives. Korth taking Wattier on. That one-on-one matchup more often than not is going to be won by Wattier, but credit Korth for not being afraid.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I like the aggressive play. Now you running into a great player in Wattier that's going to erase that more times than not, but I like the fear. The lack of fear there by Korth.
Battle Creek retains possession. Worley with a Holacek. Empty side pick and roll. Norfolk Catholic defending it well. Shot clock down to 7. Korth makes her move. Leaves it for Worley in the lane. Who tried to leave it right side, tipped out. And Norfolk Catholic will take over. Gordon gives left side Wolf. And Norfolk Catholic gets something going offensively. Got a paint touch, now back inside. Wattier over 2 defenders, partially blocked, fouled, getting the rebound. And it'll stay with Norfolk Catholic. They are sending 2 to Wattier every time she gets close to the rim.
Yeah, they're trying to eliminate anything in that paint, and Wattier is so good at getting inside, so you got to have some help even in the zone.
Correct who the foul was on. They initially said McKinley Holacek. Said it's Ryler Worley. That's big because that would have been Holacek's second. Catholic will try it again now. Pass back to the inbounder. Wolf driving, baseline, offensive foul, off arm extended. McKenna Hughes draws the charge. Another turnover for the Knights.
You know, you can try to do that. You don't want to do that when the official's standing right in front of you. That's the only problem.
You can get away with that in the driveway, but probably not right in front of the official in an NSAA basketball game. Norfolk Catholic showing some full court pressure. They've shown it a couple of times tonight. Knights going to the bench. Aver Wemhoff checking back in. Kush sits down. Polacek. Picked up by Madison Gordon. Screen, the kick, Holacek. Rejects the screen, goes baseline, now back up top, Freudenberg. Still looking for her first points tonight. Korth. Telegraphed the pass, scrambled, won by Battle Creek. Now they've got 8 to shoot. Left side, Korth. Down to 5. Battle Creek's got to get something going, and they turn it over. So now Norfolk Catholic starting to cinch in defensively. A couple of very good defensive possessions.
Yeah, Norfolk Catholic did not come up with a steal on that possession, but effectively disrupted that set, and ends in a turnover either way.
2.5 minutes into the second quarter, there have been 2 shots attempted, one of which was blocked. Wattier streaking to the lane. Nice find, left it short, though. Rebound Worley. Right side, Worley's got an open lane, takes it too strong. Offensive rebound, put back there. First bucket for Carly Freudenberg.
Weak side rebound there by Freudenberg in the right place at the right time. Can good players find position and anticipate those misses?
This is 8 unanswered for Battle Creek going back to about halfway through the first quarter. That one blocked. Rebound Worley, tough pass up ahead. Korth able to handle it. And then turns it over. Picked up by Wattier. Up ahead. Too tall, out of bounds. Last touch, Battle Creek. And we talk about Sidonia Wattier and her efforts defensively, blocking shots, getting rebounds. Battle Creek, 3 blocked shots already tonight. Doing a nice job keeping Catholic from getting comfortable.
Yeah, they've done a good job to seal off that lane and make it very difficult to find paint touches. Even, so here you get one right here, but even for Wattier.
Wattier will head to the line, but yet nothing easy. She has been double-teamed every time she's hit the low block tonight. That time the foul on Freudenberg, that's her first. Wattier heading to the line for Norfolk Catholic, 54% free throw shooter.
It's another area where these can decide a game like this. Both teams have struggled at the free throw line, as you mentioned.
Norfolk Catholic has not made one yet. 0 for 3 from the land of the free so far. Still stymied. Freudenberg tracks down the rebound. Norfolk Catholic going on almost a full quarter's worth of time without scoring. Polacek backs out, wants 3. Rebound tracked down by Bailey Kazmaier, seeing her first action.
For Catholic got lucky on that one, left her wide open.
Polacek, 24% three-point shooter on the year. In the quarter, Kazmaier pestered, knocked out, stays with Norfolk Catholic with 14 to shoot.
Wait, for Norfolk Catholic, you just need something to fall here.
Yeah.
You need to get a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of momentum offensively.
Tough pass to Wattier, just used her height to get that. That was defended well by Smutney. Now Smutney picks up Wattier top of the key with 7 to shoot. Norfolk Catholic down to 3. Got to get something up. I don't know that they realize it. That shot drops. She just beat the shot clock. Grace Kush. What a way for Norfolk Catholic to end the run.
That was close. Just got it off and then knocks it home. I guess that's a good set when you run it down right to the end and then knock down a 3-pointer.
Off the empty corner, Holacek drives, draws damage. She'll head to the line. I've been waiting for that. They run a lot of those screens with no help on the corner. Nobody's been driving to that side, though. Now they do in Battle Creek as we take another look at the three that the refs say it was good. It was good. It was close. Thankfully, we're not going to take the next 25 minutes to review it.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Kaylee Holacek splits the pair at the line. She's got 3. We're back into the game for the Bravettes. Allie Korth. Holacek will sit down. 5-point lead for Battle Creek. Coming up on 3.5 to go in a fast first half.
You're watching this zone, this 2-3 zone with Battle Creek. With Freudenberg in the middle, she will find Wadier as she's crossing the lane, and I've seen her lean on her a few times, try to make it uncomfortable for her.
There you see Freudenberg get her hand on the ball. Extra shot, 3 on the way, no. Korth the rebound. Freudenberg plays taller than her height.
Yeah, for sure.
She turns it over there. A little bit of a bunny hop trying to get the drive going. Freudenberg listed at 5'9", but really active hands down low. Coach Lade, no hesitation at all, getting her as the low block defender.
And she patrols the middle of that zone and plays physically. That's what you need in that 2-3 zone. You got to let people know as they're crossing that lane that it's not going to be easy. And I think Freudenberg's done a great job of that here in the first half.
Cross court. Kicked left side for a mid-range jumper. Good ball movement. Iron unkind. Rebound tapped out. Bad break for Battle Creek. They stay with Norfolk Catholic. Looked like they had that one sewn up.
Yeah, looked like Freudenberg had that rebound. Didn't see if we see here is coming down with that rebound, just not able to handle. A lot of hands in there. It stays with Norfolk Catholic.
Knights just 4 of 18 shooting. Now 4 of 19. Rebound to Korth. Up ahead of travel, though. Battle Creek can't take advantage. Boy, Coach Lade, I got to believe the message at the halftime is that they should be up a lot more than they are right now.
You know, with Norfolk Catholic struggling to make shots, and you've had some opportunities, Battle Creek starting to turn it over. They actually have more turnovers now, 8 to Norfolk Catholic 7.
This was similar to what Battle Creek did last night against Crofton. Did a great job keeping Crofton from getting comfortable, but had trouble getting out of their own way on the offensive end. Kicked up top. Wolf, the up fake, leaves it for the baseline driver. Miscommunication. They'll say last touch by Battle Creek. .16 to shoot for the Knights. See what they can cook up underneath the hoop. Kazmaier triggers Wolf. Cush. Now lobs right side Brummer. Just nothing inside. There's no Sidonia Wadier out there for Norfolk Catholic. 3 off the heel. Freudenberg skies for the board. Good strong rebound.
Yeah, like that, the way she handled that rebound.
How can Battle Creek do something on offense? Kick right side. Korth's 3 blocked. Offensive rebound, though. Pulled down by Brittany Rogge. Freudenberg has to re-corral it. Works back into the lane. Cut off. Rogge. Off the screen is hip checked. Foul on the floor there. That'll be on Hayden Brummer.
That's a pretty good move in hockey.
Absolutely. And Wadier will check back in for Norfolk Catholic, as will Madison Gordon. Battle Creek will inbound. Fresh shot clock. Korth. Left side lob looking inside. No movement, though. Jaden Smutney a bit perplexed. Now she gives dribble handoff Kinley Worley. Korth has an opening. Stripped on her way up. It'll stay with Battle Creek.
Well, if I'm Kobe Lade, I'm telling Allie Korth to keep doing that. That's a good, strong drive. Just got tapped out of her hands, but like the aggressiveness and the willingness to take that ball into the paint.
Smutney looking inside. Freudenberg off the entry pass, taking on 2 defenders and heading to the line. That will be on the help defender, Mallory Wolf, her first. Sorry, that's her second. And puts Battle Creek in the bonus for the rest of the quarter.
I think one of the things the Bravettes have had to deal with, Norfolk Catholic's been switching defenses. We've seen man, we've seen zone, and they have not been able to get comfortable really against either.
Free throws, bit of a struggle tonight, just 2 for 5 for Battle Creek. And Norfolk Catholic has yet to make one this evening. Second one, no good as well. Rebound, Ava Wemhoff. Freudenberg's been held to just 2 points. Entry pass, tipped. Norfolk Catholic keeps it. Ball reversal, good ball movement, but great ball rotation defensively by Battle Creek. From the wing, the 3 falls. Norfolk Catholic found the extra pass. It's Grace Cush.
Yeah, that was a good pass by Wolf. Inside out, find the spot-up shooter.
Norfolk Catholic almost a turnover at the other end. Battle Creek will keep.
That's how you open up the lane in that zone with Battle Creek, is you were able to go inside out and knock down some perimeter shots that forces that defense to stretch out a little bit and will open the lane up for players like Waddy.
Freudenberg will sit. Battle Creek sending Holacek back in. She receives the inbound. Korth has it knocked away. Good active hands there by Wemhoff. Wants it in transition, and she'll head to the line. Ava Wemhoff drawing damage. Defense turning into offense. Can Norfolk Catholic take advantage of the free throw line?
We've seen this from Battle Creek, and now this time with Norfolk Catholic, get the steal and then head up court. You know, speed the game up a little bit. Try to get the score in transition. Both teams struggling in the half court. Try to score off steals in the transition game.
Kinley Worley called for the foul. But the free throw line continues to be anything but for Norfolk Catholic. If anything, it's the costly line right now. Both missed. 0 for 6 from the free throw line in the first half. Korth up ahead. Contact, no call. Wide open 3. Off the heel. Battle for the rebound, won by Waddier.
Battle Creek's had some opportunities with some open looks.
Shot clock off for Norfolk Catholic. Can't get it to the cutter. Instead, it's up top to Kinsley Chandler. Now Waddier inside. Wemhoff splitting the defense in and out. She'll head to the line, though, Ava Wemhoff. This is what she's been all year for Coach Kazmaier. Activity off the bench and instant spark.
They like to drive into contact. And now the dreaded free throw line for both teams. Somebody's got to step up and start knocking these down.
Not yet. McKenna Hughes called for the foul. That's her first.
We feel like both these teams are going to be talking at halftime. We've had our opportunities. We should be ahead.
Second one too strong. Worley the rebound. Battle Creek's got 10 to shoot. Into the front court, Holacek. Into the lane, driving off the window, no. Rebound scrambled out by Norfolk Catholic, and that's the end of the first half. Opportunities for both teams, but this is all about defense so far. Battle Creek 14, Norfolk Catholic 12 as we head to the break. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Hey, it's me, one of those students on the waiting list for a teammate's mentor. I've heard teammates is so fun and awesome. You get to talk, laugh, play games, and hang out with a positive, caring adult once a week at school. Teammates help students believe in themselves, and 97% of mentees are proud to be a part of it. I'd love to be one of those mentees, but we need more mentors. So if you got an hour a week to be someone a student like me can count on, go to teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
NCN Sports is brought to you by The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
From saving money to spending on the go, depositing a check while dinner's on the stove, or managing the farm right from the field. Life's busy enough. That's why Elkhorn Valley Bank makes banking easy. With digital banking and teller on demand, quick access for everyday banking with real tellers when you need them, We make it simple to handle life's moments, big and small. It's banking that works the way you do, because your time matters. Elkhorn Valley Bank. There is a difference.
Whether you're rolling up in a semi, pulling a horse trailer, heading to the lake with your boat, or just cruising in a car or motorcycle, Speedy Mart is your stop. Fuel up fast, grab your favorite snacks, stretch out with plenty of parking, and step inside for a roomy store and friendly faces. And hey, teams love it before and after the game. Speedy Mart convenience stores, fueled for every road.
Well, everybody's got to get free throw practices in. That's what happened. Nobody makes a free throw. They make everybody in the stands go down and shoot free throws. That's not true at all. It's just a fundraiser. Free throws, nothing has come easy in the first half. 14-12, Battle Creek with the lead over Norfolk Catholic alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. Hey, folks, this is, we got a C1 against C2. I have to get used to the fact that they're not in the same class. C1, a lot of folks look at maybe Malcolm, Lincoln Christian. Gothenburg has been really good. They're Central City. And look at Ogallala, 10-0, and maybe a little bit underrated. Yeah. I think that's sort of a factor in that nobody really expected them maybe to be at this point. C1 has got a lot of really good teams this year, Lou.
Yeah, Gothenburg at number 1. They beat Bridgeport and beat them handily.
Yeah.
And that's an impressive win. That's why they're up there. I like Malcolm a lot. Yep. I think Malcolm's going to be a really tough out come March. Lincoln Christian, they're always there, right?
Yep.
And then Central City undefeated. So, I mean, in Milford, I mean, there's so many good teams in that list. And we talk about that a lot. Who's the front runner? Right? You could name a bunch of teams in there that you think could cut down nets come March.
That's Class C1. Meanwhile, Class C2, which is where Norfolk Catholic plies their trade. Yeah, of course. I mean, that top two. But again, look at these teams that are here. Are you going to bet against? How many of these teams are you betting against Pender or Oakland Craig? Elkhorn Valley, Guardian Angels, Elmwood Murdoch, UTAN. These are teams that are going to give them games. Thayer Central, Hastings, St. Cecilia. These are two classes that I think could be very fantastic tournaments at state this year.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw Pender on News Channel Nebraska a couple of times. They lost. Their only loss was to a team from South Dakota, basically a Class B team, and a very good game. But one of the teams that I like right now is Elkhorn Valley. Yeah. Very young team, but a very deep team, very athletic team. They're going to be a problem for a lot of people. Really good to see Hastings St. Cecilia back in that list.
Absolutely. By the way, a lot of these teams that you're seeing on the screen right now, you're going to be seeing tomorrow. This is going to be a lot of fun, folks. The Girls Basketball Showcase. 8 girls basketball games tomorrow, right here on News Channel Nebraska. Starts at 8:50 tomorrow morning. Thayer Central is going to be part of it. Oakland Craig's going to be part of it. Pender's going to be part of it, playing against Millard North. Incredible matchups, the kind of games you don't see during the regular season. All going to be live from Kearney High School. Lou, you and I are going to be there. Cannot wait to take part in that tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. And, we've got some great games. That Pender one really stands out, playing against Millard North, a Class A team. That tells you Coach Jason Dolliver doesn't care about winning streaks. It's all about preparing yourself for March, and that's definitely what's going to happen tomorrow. But all great teams, and you can't go wrong. So folks, tune in. 8 great games down there in Kearney.
Yep, just plug right here on News Channel Nebraska. You're set to go for about 12 hours of high school basketball tomorrow. Halftime highlights coming up next. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
At TC Amish Home, we want to help you live better, longer, with a complete selection of health-focused power chairs from Ultra Comfort. Ultra Comfort features zero-gravity positioning, giving you that weightless feeling and increasing your circulation. Elevate your feet, release tension, reduce swelling, and maximize blood flow. They are fully programmable to your customized settings. With the softest, easy-to-clean fabrics, the entire family is able to enjoy the benefits of your new Ultra Comfort power chair. Live better, longer with Ultra Comfort at TC Amish Home in Norfolk.
In our community, we work hard and stay on the move. But when foot or ankle pain stops you in your tracks, it's time for expert care you can count on. At Faith Regional Foot and Ankle, our team includes 4 dedicated providers who provide care for all ages, because healthy feet and ankles are essential at every stage of life. From everyday issues like bunions or heel pain to the most complex conditions, including total ankle replacements and Charcot-neuroarthropathy, we provide advanced treatments and compassionate care. Our experts are here to help you heal, regain strength, and get back to doing what you love, one confident step at a time. Don't tiptoe around foot health. Step forward with Faith Regional Foot and Ankle.
With 2 board-certified physicians, Dr. Charles Harper and Dr. Alan Spanel offers a high level of expertise in internal medicine. If you're over age 18 and ready to find a trusted physician who will be with you throughout your years, Dr. Harper and Dr. Spanel are ready to provide you with the medical care you need. Whether you are healthy or have several medical conditions, as internal medicine physicians, they provide the care you need. Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location offers so much care so close to home.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The yellow jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. And by Heritage at Fountain Point in Norfolk. Living better.
Back in Battle Creek, 14-12. Bravettes with a lead over Norfolk Catholic. Alongside Lou Seifker, I'm Eric McKay. Quickly, we can take a look at our halftime highlights. This game's been all about defense, Lou, on both sides of the ball. The rare opportunities when players have been able to get shots off, more often than not, they've been blocked, like we've seen there. 2 teams that defensively I don't feel like really need to change anything. It's about offensive adjustments, finding ways to muscle up shots like that. For Norfolk Catholic, these teams shot a combined 11 of 38 in the first half. But again, more of that is about what they're doing defensively than what they're not doing offensively.
Yeah, I agree. I think both teams did a lot of good on the defensive end and forced, with Battle Creek, they had to adjust to a couple different defenses, and they struggled to score with any consistency at all. And then certainly Norfolk Catholic trying to go inside. Battle Creek zone took that away. And it's like plays like this, the transition buckets. I mean, who's going to be able to get that? And when you can't score in the half court, you try to open it up, get steals and get the runouts. That could be a big difference. The other thing is, who's going to make free throws? You got to step up to the free throw line. You got to knock down those charity shots.
Yeah, and they have not done that tonight. Battle Creek 2 of 6 from the land of the free. Norfolk Catholic 0 for 8 in the first half. These teams, 57, 56%. That's not great. Not the worst you're going to see either. So kind of uncharacteristic for both teams to be shooting as poorly as they are tonight. And it might just come down to whichever team can start to find those shots to find the bottom.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you got to talk about, I think, both offenses, you got to talk about continuing to be aggressive. And even though you're not making free throws, you got to try to draw fouls. You got to try to get the ball inside. And then one thing I liked with, Norfolk Catholic against that zone there toward the end of the half, they started going inside out and force that zone it's already collapsed, but if you try to get some paint touches and kick it out to your shooters who should be wide open, can you make those shots when you've got those opportunities? Norfolk Catholic did at the end of the half there once or twice. Battle Creek's had some open looks. They haven't been able to knock them down. They'll have to in the second half.
It was Grace Cush actually leading all scorers with 6. She hit a couple of those threes on the inside outs, one of which that beat the buzzer on the shot clock. Bravettes with the ball to start the second half. Here's Holacek driving, kicking. Rogge wants 3, in and out. Rebound to Norfolk Catholic, pulled down by Madison Gordon. Britley Rogge starting for Battle Creek in the second half. Other than that, it's members of the starting 5. Back comes Norfolk Catholic up top. Brummer. Lobs left side, Wolf. Tough pass in traffic, finds the mark. Shot finds the bottom. Hayden Brummer with 4.
That time Brummer able to slide in the middle of that zone. Sometimes when that zone's rotating, you can find stuff, especially at the top of the key or the free throw line, and that area in the high post, and that's what Brummer did. Slid in there, catches the ball, and makes a mid-range shot that might be open here in the second half for Norfolk Catholic.
Ties the game. Battle Creek is led by as much as 7. A little stagnant offensively. Shot clock down to 5. They just now realize it. Holacek to beat the buzzer. Can't bank it home. Rogge dives in. Can't pull it down. Waddy are out with it. Norfolk Catholic trying to regain a lead they've not held since early in the first quarter. Wolf looking inside. Not there. Battle Creek has not wavered from this 2-3 zone. Good drive against it. Now Hayden Brummer starting to find holes.
Yeah, Brummer has been the player here to start this third quarter, being aggressive and moving with the basketball and without the basketball.
Off the screen. Nowhere to go with the ball, so it's back up top. Holacek. Worley rolling. Freudenberg up top. Worley has it poked away, regathers. Shot clock at issue again. Worley working it underneath the hoop. Shot blocked. Out with it is Waddier. She had 4 points, 4 rebounds in the first half. Open 3, left side. That's Cush, too strong. Rebound to Smutny.
Officials are allowing physical contact right now. They're doing a good job because it's consistent, really. It's not one team over the other.
Holacek the drive and dish. Smutny into the lane. Lot of contact there. And that will send Smutny to the line.
Yeah, that crossed the lexicon there. That was enough physical contact to get the foul. As a player, that's all you want is consistency.
Absolutely.
You know what you're going to get. That certainly was a foul there.
That's Hayden Brummer's third. That's a big deal for Norfolk Catholic, as she's been the one who's really been kind of opening things up on the offensive end. 6 points for her. She'll have to sit. But as we have seen for both these teams, first free throw, no good. Second one falls. Battle Creek back within 1.
At this stage, you'll take 50%.
Absolutely. Norfolk Catholic right side, Waddier. Gives it up Wemhoff. Now Gordon. Off the ball reversal. Battle Creek trapping on the sideline. Norfolk Catholic able to get out of it. Floater. Maybe rushed a bit. Worley the rebound. Now Battle Creek looking to regain the lead. Entry pass not there. Instead it's cross-court Rogge. Wants 3. Rebound. Tracked down eventually by Waddier. Tried to start a transition possession, instead knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Norfolk Catholic. See Coach Kazmaier there. Seen him a few times telling his players to kind of breathe, calm down. I think maybe thinks his team's playing a little tight right now.
It could be. When shots aren't falling, sometimes you press a little bit on the offensive side.
Waddier. Can they get her going offensively? Tipped away, stolen. In transition, Rogge off the window, no good. Well defended by Waddier.
A good transition defense there by Norfolk Catholic to get back and not allow an easy bucket.
Halfway home, third quarter. Norfolk Catholic up 16-15 on Battle Creek. That 3 missed everything. Waddier cleans it up. Can't fill it up. Smutny the board.
That was a great opportunity. You don't see her miss those very often.
The other way, too strong on the shot. Rogge has been aggressive offensively. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Battle Creek. Kazmaier checking in for Norfolk Catholic. Kinsley Chandler is checked back in for the Knights. Outside, Holacek open, fires short. Long rebound out of bounds to Norfolk Catholic. Battle Creek has yet to make from beyond the long line tonight. 0 for 9.
That's been an issue, I think, for them throughout the year is perimeter shooting.
Timeout called. Norfolk Catholic will take one as well. 16-15. Knights have the lead. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
This is Christina Wemhoff from Madison County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. We know not everyone's home loan needs are the same, and that is why our lenders have both the practical experience and product knowledge to ensure your solution is a perfect match for your needs. So we invite you to come into your local Madison County Bank branch and talk to us about your dream home today. Madison County Bank, here to help you grow.
Norfolk Catholic out of the timeout. Trailed by as much as 7. Now that three. Is that a pass?
That's a pass.
I'm going to call that a pass. I'm going to call that a pass. Wadier cleans it up. She's got 6. Norfolk Catholic, their largest lead.
Alley-oop to Wadier there.
All a check now. Gives to Court, seeing her first action in the second half. Polachek reverses, drives into the help defense. It'll stay with Battle Creek. Nice job by Wemhoff to rotate over.
A good help defense. For Catholic's doing a good job, much like Battle Creek, of contesting everything that comes inside.
Braves 0 for 8 from the field this quarter. Worley on the wing. Now Kinley Worley. Back to Holacek. Doesn't realize the shot clock is running out, and it'll go back to Norfolk Catholic. Shot clock violation. Norfolk Catholic's defense has really ratcheted it up, if that's possible, in the second half. And now Battle Creek will call timeout. We'll keep it here with 2:40 to go in the quarter, 18-15. Norfolk Catholic. This is an extended 12-3 run by Norfolk Catholic, going back to about the halfway mark of the second quarter. This game has really flipped, and it's starting with what Norfolk Catholic's doing defensively.
Yeah, they've done a great job just contesting everything and not giving. We saw in the first half, Battle Creek had a few wide open looks. They haven't had anything in this quarter. Norfolk Catholic's done a good job being aggressive defensively, getting the hands, people's faces, and being physical when that ball comes in the lane. Again, we mentioned you kind of adapt to the way the game's being called, the way the officials are calling the game. They're allowing physical contact. They've been consistent. And so you use that to your advantage. They're not, calling some of the bumps. Be physical. I think that's what Norfolk Catholic's done. And Battle Creek, 11 points in the first quarter, 4 since.
Yeah.
So they're really struggling on the offensive end.
And now Norfolk Catholic will look to extend their lead. Trying to get to 7-5 on the year. Again, in that Mid-State Conference, that tournament looming in about a month. This is a loaded conference. Anytime you can get a win, you got to take advantage. Kicked up top, Wadier for the drive. Past Korth, fouled on the floor.
See Battle Creek really backing up in that zone. The middle of that lane is open. You get a cutter like Wadier to slide through there, get her the basketball. You'll have a great shot at a short jump shot in the lane.
Foul was on Allie Korth, her first. Off the inbound, the three. Off the heel, Korth the rebound. It was Ava Wemhoff with the miss. Now can Battle Creek get something going? The drive, the kick up top, pass a little off. Regathered and hitting. McKenna Hughes with the first 3 for the Bravettes tonight.
Boy, that was a much-needed shot for Battle Creek. Just got to get that bucket opened up.
Ties the game once again. Pass tipped out of bounds. So often that shot goes through, the defensive activity immediately picks back up.
Yeah. that helps really on both ends. It helps you offensively, just give you a little confidence, and then you're right, that really ratchets up the defense. Contested jumper, but she knocked that one home, but Hughes with the biggest shot, obviously, of the game so far for Battle Creek. They just had to have something fall.
Pass a little off. It'll stay with Norfolk Catholic. 18 to shoot. This is one of those games that starting to get tight. There's the turnover. Worley gets the steal. Boy, this gets down to the fourth quarter. Shots will become huge. Hughes short on that one. Freudenberg blocked from behind. Tracked down by Korth. Now it's Holacek. Worley thought better of it. Cutting is Hughes. Now Worley drives. Dishes Korth. Holacek. Trying to back the defender down. Nice hesitation.
Oh.
Too strong on the shot. One of the foul didn't get it.
Excellent move now, steal.
Korth to the trailer. That's Worley. Holacek back up top again. Oh my, putting on the spin cycle. That lay-in won't go. Holacek frustrated.
Great moves here, but empty possessions. Shot's not falling still.
13-second difference between the shot and game clock. Wolf picked up by Hughes. Now Kazmaier rotating up top. Back down low. Kazmaier kicking out. Open three. Too strong. Korth there. 20 seconds for Battle Creek. Freudenberg. Wide open as Holacek wants three. No. Rebound, foul. Great position by Battle Creek. 9.3 seconds for the Bravettes.
That's probably the first wide open shot they've had the entire third quarter. Had a few of those in the first half, just not knocking those open shots down. And those, as we mentioned, that's few and far between right now with the way Norfolk Catholic's playing defense. One thing I think I would look at if I was Battle Creek, Allie Korth's really kind of racing down the floor. I think you could get her some opportunities in a fast break situation. The way she is kind of hustling down the floor.
Oh, Holacek dribbled into the double team. That's great defense by Wattier. And Norfolk Catholic will get it on the alternating possession with 3.3.
Got time here. You can push the ball up toward the timeline, and then you'll have time to get a shot off.
It's Cush, their sharpshooter from the volleyball line.
Oh.
Short. That was on line. And as we head to the fourth quarter, we are tied in a defensive struggle in Western Madison County. Battle Creek finally able to get shots to fall. Can they find enough to win the game? Find out next. 18 all as we head to the fourth. This is News Channel Nebraska.
In our community, we work hard and stay on the move. But when foot or ankle pain stops you in your tracks, it's time for expert care you can count on. At Faith Regional Foot and Ankle, our team includes 4 dedicated providers who provide care for all ages, because healthy feet and ankles are essential at every stage of life. From everyday issues like bunions or heel pain to the most complex conditions, including total ankle replacements and Charcot-neuroarthropathy, we provide advanced treatments and compassionate care. Our experts are here to help you heal, regain strength, and get back to doing what you love, one confident step at a time. Don't tiptoe around foot health. Step forward with Faith Regional Foot and Ankle.
Said points were at a premium. We meant it. 18 all as we start the fourth quarter. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. 2 very good defenses. There's a backdoor cut by Worley. Extra pass mishandled. Norfolk Catholic out with the turnover.
And Freudenberg kind of backed away from that for some reason. I'd like to see her step into that and go strong toward the basket.
Hesitation dribble by Wattier. Has her shot swatted by Worley. Freudenberg off and running. In transition, it's Korth.
There she is.
That's what you wanted, Lou.
Yeah.
They got her the ball in transition, and Korth gives Battle Creek the lead.
They went the other way a couple of times when she had that opportunity. That's great recognition to see that.
Now from the short corner up top, Norfolk Catholic, Battle Creek starting to extend that zone a little bit too up top. It's a game at one point Battle Creek led by 7, and then their offense just completely shut down. They have picked it back up a little bit, leading 2 here early stages fourth quarter. Volleyball line 3. That's another one. I think that's a pass. I have no idea. That's the second time we've seen that. Now in transition, Holacek cannot buy one right now. She has had so many good looks that have fallen by the wayside.
And Coach Lade, I tell her keep taking them. If you're getting the shots, they'll fall eventually.
They go inside out. Now the pull up from mid-range. It's Hayden Brummer. She is perfect from the field this half, but she's missed a lot of time in the half because of foul trouble.
Yeah, they need her on the floor in this last quarter. She's been the most aggressive player offensively for the Knights.
Holacek staying aggressive, staying with it. Off the window, gets one to go on a sigh of relief from McKaylee Holacek, her first points this half.
Yeah, you got to stay with it. I mean, you're getting the shots, you're getting good looks.
Tough shot for mid-range there. Offensive rebound. Good, strong move inside by Wolf to pull that one down. Holacek's second foul.
Good effort play there by Mallory Wolf.
So this is interesting. Norfolk Catholic has not attempted a free throw yet this half. That 3 falls short. Look at Worley going up to get the rebound, then turns it right over. Wolf underneath, off the window. Mallory Wolf's first points. Battle Creek quickly up ahead. Off the inbound, and Freudenberg heads to the line.
Close game. Obviously, free throws are going to be very important. Looks like Holacek might have a bloody nose here.
She's been dealing with that for...
Yeah, had some tissue earlier.
Freudenberg hits the free throw. Norfolk Catholic, if you're just tuning in, 0 for 8 from the free throw line in this game. Battle Creek has not been much better, but they've been better enough to have the lead. First perfect trip at the line for either team tonight. Carly Freudenberg with 4.
That's a great job by Freudenberg. Step up and knock those down. It's obviously a very important time of the game.
Spacing issues for Norfolk Catholic. They work out of it. Wolf dribbles into a double team. Lost the handle. Coach Kasmar trying to call a timeout and said up ahead. It's Korth off the turnover. Battle Creek up 4. Great find by Freudenberg. Norfolk Catholic going to talk it over. We'll take a timeout as well. Bravettes up 4. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
20 kids, 1 SUV, and 1 mission. Snacks. Speedy Mart is where the snack squad rolls deep. Whether it's before the first pitch or after the final out, we've got drinks, treats, and all the fuel to keep your team going strong. Speedy Mart convenience stores. Quick, convenient, and always ready when the team rolls in. Speedy Mart. Snack strong, play strong.
She might be an unsung hero, but watch after this turnover. Allie Korth running the floor. That's been such a difference here. Get the ball up to her. Love the effort play that she has been showing. And that's been there a couple of times, and they're finally starting to find that. Allie Korth running the floor could be the difference in this ballgame. Get out in front of that turnover and get an easy transition bucket.
Allie Korth now with 6. That leads the way for Battle Creek. I said Freudenberg earlier. It was actually Holacek who had the great find. A nice pass up ahead to find her. And now Battle Creek up 4. In a game like this, a 4-point deficit feels huge.
That feels like 30 now.
Can Norfolk Catholic regain their composure? Madison Gordon runs point. Up top, Wemhoff, who almost threw it right to Holacek. Pass stripped, taken away, loose. Holacek out with it. Another turnover. Now Holacek surveying. That time Korth tried to streak ahead. Norfolk Catholic saw it. Instead, wide open in the corner for 3, short. Worley the offensive rebound. Put back, 360s down. Ryder Worley with 6.
Big offensive rebound, Ryder Worley. A couple of offensive boards here in the second half.
Battle Creek trying to bookend this game with strong offensive quarters. Wemhoff over two defenders, missed everything. Holacek the rebound. Sorry, that was Brummer on the shot. Freudenberg wants three. Battle for the rebound, out of bounds. It'll go to Norfolk Catholic. Hey, folks, stick around for our post-game brought to you by Custom Sports.
Sorry, Eric, that time was Korth and Sidonia Wadier for Norfolk Catholic battling for that rebound underneath. Again, we're talking about Korth. I love the energy she's brought to this team.
28-22, Battle Creek with the lead. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Hey, it's me, one of those students on the waiting list for a teammate's mentor. I've heard teammates is so fun and awesome. You get to talk, laugh, play games, and hang out with a positive, caring adult once a week at school. Teammates help students believe in themselves, and 97% of mentees are proud to be a part of it. I love to be one of those mentees, but we need more mentors. So if you got an hour a week to be someone a student like me can count on, go to teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
Stick around after the conclusion of this one for our top play is brought to you by Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust. There is a difference. There'll be a lot of defensive plays in our top plays. Both teams racking up blocks. But it's been Battle Creek, Lou. Their offense a little bit on track here. 4:33 to go. This is kind of crunch time now for Norfolk Catholic.
Yeah, they've been able to hit some shots, and they've been able to run off turnovers. We saw that early in that first quarter. We saw them do that a couple of times, which kind of got them off to that 5-point lead at the end of that first quarter. That kind of went away. It's back in this fourth quarter. It's been the faster team, and they've been able to turn turnovers into points.
Battle Creek staying in that customary 2-3 zone. They've stayed in it all night. It has worked well. Norfolk Catholic has not shot well. And they've struggled with turnovers at times. Brummer. Nice pass, beautiful job to split the defense, and one. Ava Wemhoff, her first points tonight.
Good pass by Brummer, and Wemhoff cutting into the lane. That's what's been kind of open, especially when that zone rotates, that middle of that floor, middle of that paint, you can find cutters, and that's exactly what happened there with Wemhoff.
0 for 9 from the free throw line, though. Foul was on Freudenberg, her second. 4-point lead. Korth working at baseline. Rotating left side, Holacek. She was open for a minute. They didn't get it to her in time. Now it's right side, Korth. Skip pass. Now Holacek back out to Korth. Drives in on Wadier. Hand check foul called on the floor. That's huge. They were down to 6 on the shot clock. Now they get a fresh 35.
But sometimes you have to do that when that clock's running down. Be aggressive, take the ball to the basket. And you're right, that kind of bailed Battle Creek out.
They call timeout. We'll take one as well. 28-24 Bravettes. This is News Channel Nebraska.
If you've been dealing with persistent heartburn, trouble swallowing, or ongoing nausea, an EGD can help identify the cause. At Faith Regional General Surgery, our team uses advanced technology to closely examine your esophagus, stomach, and small intestine. This procedure is designed with comfort and safety in mind to allow our surgeons to pinpoint the reason for your symptoms, whether it's inflammation, reflux, ulcers, or another condition, and create a personalized treatment plan to help you feel your best. Take the first step toward answers and better digestive health with Faith Regional Health Services General Surgery.
Stay tuned after the game for our Player of the Game interview brought to you by Heritage at Fountain Point. Whoever the player of the game is, it's not exactly going to be a dazzling stat sheet. Yeah. It is going to be a hard-earned player of the game, though. Both of these teams putting in Yalman's effort on the defensive end. Hughes, trapped, lobs it lazily across the lane, taken away. Now Wolf runs point. Quickly ahead comes Norfolk Catholic. Wemhoff, cut off baseline. Wolf, out of Brummer. Wemhoff kicks out Brummer, wants to go aggressive at the baseline, too aggressive, and turns it over on the travel.
That's a tough turnover for Norfolk Catholic. Down 4, as we mentioned, this is not exactly a game where points are coming easily.
Right.
So down 4, you got to stay close here. You fall down 6, it feels like a really big deficit.
Great press break by Battle Creek. Oh, mishandled.
Boy.
Unforced error. What could have been an easy 2 instead goes back to the Knights.
That hurts because that very easily could have been that 6-point lead. That would have been very difficult, I think, for Norfolk Catholic with this stage of the game. Not unsurmountable, but difficult.
3 minutes to go. Another unforced error. That time just miscommunication. Wattier had cut inside. Wolf threw it out of bounds, and it's Battle Creek ball.
Knight's going to throw some full court pressure.
Jaden Smutney has not hit a field goal tonight. She's picked up by Wattier at the timeline. Kicks out Freudenberg, now Worley. Smutney drives, kicks. Holacek thought 3, thought better of it, and traveled in the process. Shifted that foot on the up fake, and it goes back to Norfolk Catholic. And now both of these teams kind of getting in their own way.
Battle Creek making some mistakes there. That's turnover number 17 for the Bravettes. 13 for Norfolk Catholic.
High post, kick left side, Wattier. Good defense there by Smutney to stay in front of him. Now right side, Wolf. Tipped out, stays with Norfolk Catholic.
It just feels so important for Norfolk Catholic to score here. Get that down to 1 possession, and it feels like anything can happen. Obviously, it can, and on 2 possessions, with the way both these teams have struggled offensively, that makes it tough.
Miscommunication again. Ball loose on the floor. Norfolk Catholic out with it, able to get the timeout called. We'll keep it here. 2:08 to go. Battle Creek up 4, but we've seen both of these teams just having trouble holding on to the ball at this point.
And this might be where you get a little bit tight when the game's in the balance. 2:08 to go, and certainly like Norfolk Catholic, feeling like we just talked about, you really need to score here. And then Battle Creek has had a couple opportunities just kind of slip through their hands to extend this lead and make it very difficult for the Knights.
A win for Battle Creek would put both teams at 500. Bravettes 5-6 on the year. Norfolk Catholic 6-5. Again, both of them, they've got non-conference games following this. Norfolk Catholic's got SCOTUS. Battle Creek's got West Point Beamer on Tuesday. But there are more mid-state games ahead of them. Don't forget, we got the boys game following the conclusion of this one as well. That was a dangerous inbound.
Yeah.
Shot clock's down to 2. Norfolk Catholic didn't realize it. That's the violation. They won't get the shot up this time. Shot clock violation, and it's Battle Creek ball.
That'd be frustrating for Coach Kazmaier. I'm sure that was talked about. And they just did not even come close to getting the shot off.
Full court pressure again. Right back to the inbound. Now it's Holacek up ahead. Battle Creek breaks the press pretty well. Now, granted, they just played Crofton last night, so they're used to it. Korth, oh, great cut. Great find. Heading to the line, Jaden Smutney. What a pass by Korth.
Yeah.
What a cut by Smutney.
That's a great job by Korth just to look for that cut, and then Smutney gets behind the defense. Boy, now free throws, how big are they right now? You could really, again, I've said it a couple times, you can extend this lead and make Norfolk Catholic, and put them in a very difficult situation.
Battle Creek has been much better since the break. 4 of 5 at the line. They've made 4 in a row. They were 2 of 6 in the first half. Boy, I just piled a bunch of announcer jinx on her. She doesn't care. Jaden Smutney, clutch. She has no field goals tonight, but still 4 points.
Yeah, she took the announcer jinx shot before the game.
Exactly. 6-point lead. Boy, it feels like a mountain the way these defenses have played. 90 seconds to go. Wattier. Cush wants 3. Missed everything. Might have been blocked. Worley out ahead. Holacek able to handle. Step back, triple try. Good! might be the dagger. Jaden Smutney.
Giant shot by Smutney.
9-point lead, Battle Creek's largest. Wattier trying to battle down low, travel called. And it'll go back to Battle Creek. They have done such a great job defensively on Sidonia Wattier tonight. Just
Really
6 points for Wattier. Timeout called Battle Creek. Will take it as well. That three might be the dagger. Battle Creek feeling great on a Friday. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Off the bench there to
Battle Creek boys waiting their turn. They'll be taking the floor here shortly. They just realized they're all on TV, and they're starting like, oh, wait, act cool, guys, we're on TV. They'll be taking on Norfolk Catholic. Knights, Norfolk Catholic coming off, you talk about big wins. How about beating Wayne last night? Norfolk Catholic beat the Blue Devils last night in impressive fashion. The boys starting to pick it up a little bit. We'll see them against Battle Creek. The Braves fell to the juggernaut that is the Crofton Warrior boys last night. How about Crofton? Coach Frank Gates got them at 9-4. And a foul called on the floor. That is second personal and fourth team foul. So the next one sends Battle Creek to the line.
Norfolk Catholic really has no choice now. You got to try this first steal and then foul. And even though Battle Creek's shooting free throws well here in this quarter,
this is who, if you're Norfolk Catholic, you'd like at the line. It's Michaeli Holacek, who on the season shooting just 38% from the land of the free. She's 1 for 2 tonight. So in theory, if you're Norfolk Catholic, this is who you'd like to see. Gets the roll. Plinko chips its way down. Boy, she has played much better than what her box score will show.
Yeah.
6 points for her tonight. She's had a lot of good looks that just have not gone in.
played tough, playing with a bloody nose for a while.
Missed the second. Rebound tracked down by Wemhoff. 10-point lead for Battle Creek, though. Now a 4-possession game. Wattier. Kicked out. Turned over, out of bounds. It'll be Battle Creek basketball. Well, I'll tell you what, Battle Creek just put on tape how you stop Sidonia Wattier. This is someone who averages almost 11 and 10 a game. Limited to just 6 points. She's not been comfortable at all. And a couple of those buckets have been second chance opportunities, too. Battle Creek impressive defensively on 2 straight nights. Again, they lost last night to Crofton, but you hold them to 27, you've done something. They lost that game 27-26.
Yeah, you've got plenty of time here. It's early January, but if Battle Creek can just kind of figure this offense thing out, you know, and start making shots, and the way they play defense, they're going to be a tough team come postseason.
There's Ryder Worley at the line. She's been tasked with defending Wattier a lot tonight. 6 points, 8 rebounds. With a 5'8" freshman.
Very good off the bench.
Missed them both. Rebound tracked down by Wemhoff. Norfolk Catholic just needs buckets in bunches now. Underneath, off the window, that's good. Madison Gordon's first bucket. And Norfolk Catholic calls timeout. We'll keep it here, 8-point game to go as we get set to watch the Norfolk Catholic and Battle Creek boys. Lou, you've seen Norfolk Catholic boys a couple of times.
Yeah.
They've got one of probably the least talked about talented guards in the state of Nebraska in Gavin Shutt.
Gavin Shutt's the real deal. I mean, he's got college ability. I could see him very easily playing at that position at the next level. And boy, if you're going to play Norfolk Catholic, you try to take him out of the equation as much as you can, because when he gets going, he can fill it up. I was at the Winnebago game, as I mentioned, had 32 points in that ball game, as did Marshall. Callan Marshall had 32 as well. You don't see that very often in high school ball with two guys with 30-plus points on one team. So it's kind of, you got a guy like Marshall who was knocking down some threes, and then Gavin Shutt can do it from just about everywhere, taking off the dribble, making threes.
And then, of course, there's that guy.
Is he standing on something?
The giant looks at all times like he's standing on an apple crate. 6'8". He'll be playing football at Northwestern next year.
The Knights need a steal.
Inbound comes to Battle Creek. But they've done a great job against the press tonight. Immediately getting it into the front court. Battle Creek will call a timeout now. Set something up with 16 seconds. Looking very good for Battle Creek to get to 6-6 on the year. And bounce back nicely from a game where they had opportunities late. That was a game where they had a wide open three inside of about 15 seconds to go that was short. Got an offensive rebound on that possession. That didn't go. And then there was a shot at the buzzer. A lot of contact. Battle Creek fans thought maybe there should have been a foul called. There wasn't. They end up losing the game after playing really well, or at least defensively against Crofton. And now tonight, to see their offense get stymied again over the second and third quarter, for them to bounce back the way they have here in the fourth quarter, I think for Coach Kobe Lay, that really gives him something to build on.
Yeah, I think so. The old adage is that defense travels, right? I mean, you play good defense, you're going to give yourself a chance to win. They certainly did last game against Crofton, and then that defense kind of kept them around tonight when their offense was struggling. So, again, if you can figure out the offensive equation, and I think this team's got talent. I think that can certainly happen. You give yourself a chance to win just about against anybody.
Polachek off the inbound, fouled. She'll head to the line. For Norfolk Catholic, obviously defensively they've played well. Offensively, that 2-3 zone gave them fits, but the thing that's going to stick out to them to work on before the next game, free throws. They did not make a free throw tonight. Battle Creek has not been much better, although they've been solid here in the second half.
Yeah, made them kind of when that game was in flux, right? I mean, they stepped up and extended that lead with some big plays and certainly some free throws.
They've operated on the Shaquille O'Neal theory. They make them when it counts.
Exactly.
9-point lead for Battle Creek. Wolf wants three. Too strong. Worley, another rebound. Tipped out, stays with Battle Creek for 4.9. Bravettes will be getting the win here tonight.
When you said the Shaquille O'Neal theory, I thought you meant that the ball was just too small.
Well, there is that as well. Battle Creek, by the way, this will be 4 straight over Norfolk Catholic, 6 of their last 8 in this rivalry. As they get the win here tonight, your final, Battle Creek 35, Norfolk Catholic 26. Post-game show coming up. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond does it all when it comes to general contracting. From agricultural storage buildings to commercial office buildings, retail warehouses to concrete contracting. The HEI Sentinel buildings help safeguard crops and valuable assets, and Ashoff's professional builders handle the job from the design through the completion of the build. For a free estimate, contact Dylan Bryce, Scott Pullman, or Brandon Ruki. Call 402-748-3551 today. Visit AshoffConstruction.com for more information. When you have the inventory people want and a team that understands what you need, there's one place to go. Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill. Name brand ATVs, side-by-sides, and high-performance machines built for work, made for play. And the service doesn't stop at the sale. Big Red Motorsports delivers, literally. Free delivery with your purchase. It's all here in O'Neill. Big Red Motorsports.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. And by Heritage at Fountain Point in Norfolk. Living better.
Nebraska Public Power District was ready to power the state's ag industry growth in the 70s and the ethanol industry in the 2000s. Today, the need for energy is growing at a rapid pace. We are ready. We are expanding our diverse energy generation mix and building on to an already reliable and resilient infrastructure, not only to power today, but to empower Nebraska's tomorrow. Nebraska Public Power District.
Hey, it's me, one of those students on the waiting list for a teammate's mentor. I've heard teammates is so fun and awesome. You get to talk, laugh, play games, and hang out with a positive, caring adult once a week at school. Teammates help students believe in themselves, and 97% of mentees are proud to be a part of it. I'd love to be one of those mentees, but we need more mentors. So if you got an hour a week to be someone a student like me can count on, go to teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
In our community, we work hard and stay on the move. But when foot or ankle pain stops you in your tracks, it's time for expert care you can count on. At Faith Regional Foot and Ankle, our team includes 4 dedicated providers who provide care for all ages, because healthy feet and ankles are essential at every stage of life. From everyday issues like bunions or heel pain to the most complex conditions, including total ankle replacements and Charcot-neuroarthropathy, we provide advanced treatments and compassionate care. Our experts are here to help you heal, regain strength, and get back to doing what you love, one confident step at a time. Don't tiptoe around foot health. Step forward with Faith Regional Foot and Ankle.
NCN Sports is brought to you by The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Creek Bravettes, they get a big victory. They even their record at 6-6. They beat Norfolk Catholic 35-26. Joined now by Kobe Lane, head coach. Coach, you kind of called that a rock fight. What was your takeaways from that ball game? You guys survived and won it.
Yeah, we've been in a lot of rock fights this season. It seems like on the defensive side of the ball, we're really dialed in, and sometimes we make offense look a little bit harder than it needs to. But we told the girls in the locker room we just had a rock fight last night with Crofton, 27-26, and tonight it's a lot more fun to come out on the other side of those rock fights with the win, and I think that we're growing. Early in the year, we have a lot of new faces on our varsity team, and early in the year, we looked a little bit rattled when the game got tight, and I think throughout the course of the year, we've been making really nice strides, and we just look a lot more comfortable in those late game situations. I thought we did enough to execute to win the basketball game tonight.
Absolutely. What did that game last night? Crofton's a great team, obviously. You go on the road, you had a chance to win that. Certainly you take away some positives and brought them into this game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Coach Moon does a great job with them every year, and we knew that going into that game, our best chance of winning that was going to be a rock fight. They have a lot of talent there, and we talked about after the game, like, we really felt like we let one slip with that game. We feel like we had some opportunities and didn't capitalize off them, but there's a ton of positives to build off. You're not accidentally in games with those types of teams unless you have a pretty solid team, and I think that that's what we have. And every day it seems like the girls are showing up to practice to get a little bit better, and that's what we preach. Don't lose sight of what the end goal is here. We want to be playing our best basketball come sub-district time and learning from our mistakes throughout the course of the year, and I think the girls have done a really good job with that.
Now, Norfolk Catholic had a heck of a player there in Sononia Water. You guys played that 2-3 zone. It seemed like you were physical with her and tried to really pack the zone in and not allow her paint touches. Was that kind of the game plan?
Yeah, definitely. And I think she has a lot of similarities to the Jansen girl that we saw last night against Crofton, so it's kind of nice to have a little bit of a 2-for-1 game plan with the 2 games back-to-back, because when you have a back-to-back, you can't really focus on the 2 teams the way that you want to. So we kind of had a relatively similar game plan in this one, and Wadier's been a problem for the last 2 years. She's a heck of a player, and we wanted to try and make her buckets. We wanted to make her earn her buckets and make it as difficult on her as possible, but at the end of the day, good players are going to score, and she played a nice game tonight.
Well, free throws was the message when those shots were, even the jump shots weren't falling?
Yeah, definitely, and that's what we preach to the girls. Like, we practice, some might not think, but we practice shooting free throws every single day, and it's something that we just have to step up with confidence, get in your routine, and trust. And those moments that we have to have those. That's what win and lose you basketball games, especially once we get to the end part of the season where the games really matter. Not shooting well from the stripe can cost you a game, so that's really been a point of emphasis for us this season. I thought that we didn't shoot it great tonight, like you said, but we made enough of them down the stretch to get the win.
Now you had some good players off the bench tonight. Allie Korth, that's the second game in a row I've watched you guys play that her energy, I think, really helped you guys. And then certainly Ryder Worley had 9 rebounds, 6 points and 9 rebounds, and helped very well defensively. Talk about those young players and how well that they played tonight.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. We feel like when we bring those 3 off the bench, there's not a drop-off. It's like we feel 1 through 8. We feel very, very confident with the girls we can put on the floor. McKenna Hughes stepped up and hit a huge shot for us, too, in that game. Ryder Worley, like you said, dominated the boards for us, and Allie is just a really, really good athlete. It's like she kind of stands out on the basketball court with how athletic she is, and she causes a lot of problems. She's definitely someone that, if we're not playing the way that we want to, energy-wise, she's someone that can kind of stir that straw and get us going on that side of the ball.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, congratulations on a big win. Thanks so much for joining us, and hopefully you get a blowout one of these times.
Yeah, absolutely. We appreciate the coverage.
Absolutely. That's Coach Kobe Lade. Let's get Ryder Worley to step over there. Ryder talking with friends, family, agents, who knows. Ryder, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
You're signing a contract over there?
No.
Okay. Ryder, you had a heck of a ball game. 6 points, you had 9 rebounds, and you had to battle all day long against Sidonia Wadier. What was that like?
I mean, it was hard. She's a really good player, but, you know, my teammates give me the confidence that I can do it, and so do my coaches, so it was fun.
Absolutely. Is that more fun when you win a ball game? What was the key to that down the stretch tight ball game, but you guys outplayed them in the fourth quarter?
Just believing in ourselves and believing that our team can do it and that we have the players to do it and that we all have the confidence to do it, and leaning on our coaches to help us too, and getting our bench riled up. That just helps a lot.
Talk about a mindset when you're coming off the bench. You're a freshman, you got players ahead of you, but you come off the bench and you produce. What's the mindset there as a bench player to step in the game and make plays?
I mean, I just have to do whatever I have to do. Like, I can't be scared or anything. Everyone makes mistakes, so just not to be scared or anything, and know that my teammates are there for me to help me too.
Coach said, Ryder, go get some rebounds for me tonight. Is that what Coach says?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you did tonight. You got 9 of them. What was that like?
Just boxing out and just wanting to go get the ball, having my teammates yell.
We almost beat Crofton last night. You did beat Norfolk Catholic tonight. You guys are 6-6.
Yeah.
Where does this team go from here? You think this is a confidence builder?
I think it's definitely a confidence booster. I think this will really drive us into our next part of the season and get us more wins.
Absolutely. We got a big one tonight. Yeah. Congratulations, Ryder. 6 points, 9 rebounds. You're a player of the game.
Thank you.
That's Ryder Worley, our player of the game. Final in this one, 35-26 in favor of the Bravettes. Eric, back to you.
All right, thank you, Lou. That player of the game interview was brought to you by Heritage at Fountain Point, redefining senior living with a steadfast commitment to comfort, compassion, and dignity. Heritage at Fountain Point in Norfolk, living better. Battle Creek gets the win. Let's take a look at our top plays, brought to you by Elkhorn Valley Bank. For all of your banking needs, Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust. There is a difference. Mid-State Conference rivalry on a Friday night. Battle Creek and Norfolk Catholic, both hovering around 500, but both playing better of late, especially on the defensive side, and that would certainly be the case this evening. First quarter, Battle Creek with a run out, trying to make a play on offense. Instead, it's the play on defense. Mallory Wolf, the block for Norfolk Catholic. Nothing came easily for these teams offensively. Off the offensive rebound here, Hayden Brummer, the putback. Norfolk Catholic takes the early lead. But Battle Creek would get into a rhythm late first quarter. McKaylee Holacek switching to the left hand in traffic, bringing Battle Creek within 1. They ended up taking the lead first quarter. Their offense got it going. Here's Ryder Worley, the freshman, off the bench with a strong drive. 11-6 Bravettes lead after 1. Still first quarter. You see the steal, the run out. McKenna Hughes. Battle Creek turning defense into offense. Second quarter, both teams really kind of struggled to find things offensively. Bravettes were able to open up
a big lead, but you see the block there, Sidonia Wadier with the block on Allie Korth. Bravettes, though, able to find an offensive rebound and a putback by Carly Freidenberg. 7-point lead for the Bravettes, but Norfolk Catholic starts to come back, blocking this three-point attempt. Battle Creek can't get the putback, and it was 14-12, Bravettes with the lead. Third quarter, I'm going to call that a pass. Found the mark. Sidonia Wadier averages a double-double. She was held well below that tonight, but Norfolk Catholic goes on an extended run. They take the lead. McKenna Hughes hits the triple to tie things at 18 later stages third quarter. And off the miss, the battle, the second chance shot, that blocked away as well. Both of these defenses playing well. We were tied heading to the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, off the hesitation dribble, guess what? Another block. More blocks than downtown Manhattan tonight. The Battle Creek battling on the glass, able to get the ball inside. Mallory Wolf puts it up off the window, but Battle Creek pulls away late. This one, your dagger, the step back three by Jaden Smutney. Battle Creek takes advantage of a Norfolk Catholic team that did not make a single free throw. Bravettes get the win, 35-26. So Battle Creek improves to 6-6 on the year. Next up for them will be West Point Beamer on Tuesday, while Norfolk Catholic is at home on Tuesday against Scotus Central Catholic. Battle Creek and Norfolk Catholic boys up next. Stay with us. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.